Hey everybody! Today we're going to pull ourselves away from our sweet fur fan and show you what it's like to run some basic errands here in Turkey. And away we go.
Pretty darn cool. You'll find no shortage of super neat antiques and handmades here in Turkey that kind of just give a neat look into like a different culture. But back into our errands for the day, we are going to start off by using these sweet legs to take us a half mile away to the No Tour. We are doing that to follow up on, as we mentioned in a recent video, an unfortunate event that involved 3 men physically attacking us in our Airbnb. So we're going to go to the Notar today and we're going to fill out a document that gives a lawyer here in Turkey permission to act on our behalf. Sounds complicating, but I actually think it's going to be pretty simple. Let's go find out. So, if you might have wondered and thought we were striking a stylish pose here,
We're not. I'm here to let the record show that it is 104 degrees Fahrenheit outside and bright as a valedictorian.
ooh, from one of them good schools.
Yeah, like Harvard or something.
On the positive, I will say it is just not that humid. So, you know, count your positives where they are. And with that fact, like, if you're out here for a long time, you're gonna feel it no matter what at 104. But basically, like, walking and with these hats, like, just feels like summer.
Not bad at all.
Nope.
Get your morning sun, get your evening sun, and get a little tan.
And if it gets too much for you, you just walk about 20 minutes that way and hop in the ocean.
Favorite local manavs, which means green grocers, and we would stop and get some goodies now, but we don't want to carry pounds of food all the way there and back, so we'll stop by on our way back through.
Consider it a preview.
Yay!
Watch me win. Oh yeah! 5, 6, 7, 8. But.
Oh, Charlie,
Give
no.
it to me.
Wait, where's this coming from?
It's
embarrassing.
But.
God, this is just humiliating.
Guys!
about a half mile behind our flat to our local noter here to get things official. So wish us luck. Well, didn't take long for us to hit our first speed bump. We have to have an extra copy of our passport translations, and luckily the fix for that is just right upstairs at the printing office. Extra copies? Check. Now back down to the noter.
Easy.
It's hectic.
Whew. So, update here. And yes, if you're saying to yourself, why are there so many updates in one process? We agree. But that's life. So, fun fact, we have to pay a translator 200 Turkish lira.
That's not fun.
Only about $12. But it's kind of one of those things that's worth noting. And when we do our cons video, because we're going to do pros video today later, pros of living in Turkey. But when we do our cons, we're going to talk about some of the unexpected cost. Because when you see the price of living here, it's easy to assume a budget that is just like rainbows and butterflies.
Woo.
However, many cases, when you're looking at the cost for some of the procedural aspects, somehow there's just always extras that you don't know until you know. And this is about the 5th time, I think, maybe 6th time that we've had to pay for translation help. And, you know, that adds up. So now we are just waiting for them to like get the actual power of attorney typed up, and then we will head back in there and try and seal this deal.
And it's not just that we want or need a translator to help us, but it is actually a Turkish law that if you do not speak fluent Turkish and you are getting any official document done at the noter, that you have to have a translator to let you know word for word what this document says. There's no getting out of it.
And in some cases it might have helped a little bit, like it for sure helped a little bit in a couple of cases. Other times they were translating like Turkish words that we already know, and even if we didn't, there was such little to be translated that we could have used our phone. And in that case that I'm thinking of particularly was when we got charged the most. We got charged 300 lira, which again, still only like $20-ish or something, but
it adds up whenever you have to get a bunch of different documents done.
So, yeah. This video is supposed to be about running errands in Turkey, and we just experienced something we should tell you that you should expect very regularly, which is they will find ways to make you pay more and more and more. In this case, they'll just like not certify a document once, make you get reprinted, and then make you pay extra because it wasn't certified the first time they gave it to you, which uncontextually is probably a little confusing, but oh man, it wears on you so badly to every time you turn around like more, we need more. And it's like so illogical half the time. Like it's one thing when something makes sense and like, oh, okay, like, you know, a service, gotta pay for that. Very reasonable. Oh, you intentionally did the service incorrectly, made us redo it, and are making us pay twice? Turkey!
And while we're waiting on the final seal for our document, we're gonna grab some tea and relax, because that's what we need after all of this.
So Kenzie's in there handling the last leg of it because I felt like it was best I stayed out here, given how frustrated I already was. And that's the pros of knowing yourself and admitting shortcomings, because it's probably going to go smoother and easier in there without me. And I ended up finding an olive tree with olives on it.
So after waiting, we were told that it would cost 1,190 Turkish lira, which is this many dollars.
For a document, for a stamp on a document.
So we're not getting our power of attorney document today. Sucks for us.
Well, not today. We're probably just not going to get it, which means 3 men will have been able to come into our room, physically assault us, but because there's such a cost to any part of the process of justice in Turkey, there will be none for us. Yay!
If you don't have money, you don't get justice. But onto greener and more tasty pastures. Let's go get some groceries. Kogi thinks I pick out groceries slow, but it's only because I pick the best ones. Sometimes you gotta dig around a little bit.
And a tomato, because we just recently learned that they help protect you against sunburn. The sizes of these peaches.
Oh my gosh! These ladies are one of our favorite things about Turkey. The food is great, but the personality they bring just gives it that added touch. And one of our favorite things about getting to shop like this is I get to make the most beautiful, tasty salads that you have ever seen. And one of my staples is these incredible red peppers. Get that? And to give an example of why we say that they are so sweet to us, today we didn't have all of our money, and so they told us to just bring the rest back tomorrow.
So, after all said and done, this was our full bounty here. We have some nar sauce, which is pomegranate sauce. Delicious.
That's my secret sauce to the salads.
Shh, gotta keep it a secret. A kilo, or 2.2 pounds of peanut butter. We got some cheese, which we don't usually get a lot of for inflammation purposes and blah blah blah, but yeah, we've had a few days of life, and so cheese it is. We got some eggs. Then we got about a pound of strawberries, a quarter of which or so we pounded upon entering the door here at the flat. We were pretty hungry. We got a bunch of sweet little tomatoes, some peaches, These, we don't really know what they are, but we're going to say they are mini peaches because that's basically what they come off as. And then we got some peppers and other peppers, cucumbers, carrots, corn, a kilo of olives. And here is what Mama Bear's got for us so far. Working on her next pepper. And total, all of this goodness cost us, what's your guess, Kinsey? Don't try to do the math. You're trying to do the math. Just guess.
500 lira.
So you're doing the math. So, she is kicked out of the game. And when I say doing the math, she's trying to add the lira and convert them into dollars. So I will tell you, it was $18 for all of this. Not too shabby. As she's working on the fixins, I'll show you another what I would call secret of hers that she makes fantastically fit into the salad. Quinoa. That will be a topper.
What's a man got to do to get a woman like you? What's a man got to do to touch a woman like you? What's a man got to do to get a woman like you? If I have to beg, or if I have to plead, or if I have to fight, or if I have to bleed, if I tell a lie, or if I speak the truth, or tell me, baby, what's a man got to do to get a woman like you?
Dance is just a glitch, so it's hard to get someone on the video. Get in touch with someone that's got a contact on YouTube that we're trying to work through the process, and hopefully it'll all get resolved.
All right, Koki. Dig in. Tell us how it tastes.
Well, if I'm grading it just on looks, she's a real stunner. And I think the tastes are going to follow suit. Flavor here, flavor there, flavor here, flavor there, flavor everywhere.
How many stars?
What's the limit? Are we talking like American flag? Are we talking like hotels? Like
American flag.
I'm giving it a star for each flavor, and I'd say there's at least 50 flavors in here.
50 out of 50 stars.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that rating. Quote me on it.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying.
Yeah, the greens are really delicious. The ginger. It really is fantastic, and we do intermittent fasting, which we'll do a video on that soon. But when you haven't had food for like 18 hours or something, and you've already worked out, and you've went and been like here and there all day long, for food of this quality to be the first thing that hits your stomach, it's heavenly. Like, we're so grateful. Our experience here in Turkey, hopefully it's not the one everyone has, because it's just been extremely rough. Pretty much miserable. But regardless of the day we're having, just like today dealing with an odor, it does not change how supremely grateful we are to be on in a place in the world that has such incredible food year-round, super local.
All raw except for the quinoa.
She's a lyrist and a chef, folks. And that nar sauce cannot be overrated. But with that being said, We appreciate you all coming along with us for a day of this and that's in Turkey, sharing in some of the more stressful parts. We genuinely appreciate any kind, positive, and upbeat comments you can leave, because on certain days we really, really need it. And until next time, which shouldn't be long, thank you. Stay high on life. Get even higher by hitting that subscribe button. Peace.
What's a man got to be? Give a woman what she needs. What's a man got to be? Yeah, what's it got to be?